Truths are innumerable like leaves which cannot be counted by the human intellect. Friendship shows loyalty in all matters, if you don't give it in love. Because the heart is suffering from the freedom of love, they must use their own tongues and their own eyes and trust no man for this. Because beauty is a magic in front of which loyalty also melts and takes the form of a river. It is enough for a person to know that there is comfort and peace in this world only in doing good deeds. Go ahead and fearlessly and with an open heart and mind take a hot hand with the future hidden in the fog. By humbly offering charity in front of the beggar, giving charity cheerfully is a sign of acceptance. The happiness is that by being submissive, a person is afraid of being rejected as a sinner, and the sign of filial piety is that in spite of sin and disobedience, he hopes that he will be rewarded by being popular. Good behavior with others can only be done by a person who has lived in many troubles. A religion that makes a difference to the Westerners and the rich is kind of a curse. Don't expect too much. Expecting less and thinking more is the key to success. A person who builds bridges of his praises and sings songs of greatness can never become a great person. The first concept is negated because every concept is becoming limited and flawed in itself. As far as possible, take the company of high and good people, because such people will not let you go astray. Knowledge is a double-edged sword. Its proper use leads to blessing and improper use leads to destruction. Man's pride is in not being proud and yet great. Don't think of yourself as inferior. The virtues of the poor remain hidden. The virtues of the rich are always discussed. Do not go to your brother with many needs, because when the calf starts sucking the teats too much, its mother gives it a horn. Man can become something with his own courage. External aid weakens courage. No matter how dangerous or hazardous the occupation or work may be. But it also has more happiness and health than laziness. Hard work is a conditional means of becoming worthy, and luck is an illusion to comfort the heart. The person who dwells in the memory of revenge, as if beating his wounds. There is no wealth but life, in which love, all forces of happiness and appreciation are present. A person who is not interested in the same sex, there are many hardships to face in life. In the harsh sun of the world, only that person who rides on the horse of hard work and independence and holds the whip of good sense in his hand can get ahead. Misfortune can be fought, but the consequences of mistakes and wrongdoings make life bitter. Poverty is the biggest sin in the world. Compared to it, all the crimes and sins of the world have no meaning. If you wish to meet your friend, then wear patched clothes. Wear old shoes and keep your hopes low. So many houses and cities are destroyed by storms and earthquakes. More than these are done by human hands. The confidence with which mountains can be moved. This man has to trust in himself. There is no sharif, no scholar and no sahib fazl, but there is a flaw in it. Despair and success can never coexist. Courage is the first door to enter the palace of freedom and success. Remembering is also a form of meeting, and forgetting is also a form of celibacy. It is not only the person who makes the defect who is bad, but the one who shows the defect is also the worst. Arab women do not have pubic hair because they drink camel's milk. Believe that a person who has close friends who are good will be good himself. There is no such sweetness in the beginning of sin. Jesse, it is bitter in the end. As long as there is hope in human beings, mountains of suffering and death can't defeat it. It is better to endure sorrow, hardship and hunger than to take needs to a bastard. A man is a fool who marries a woman just because that he is very beautiful and beautiful. After all, who is he who builds a building on the waves of the sea? This world is like that. Don't make it a place.